Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are breaking down the powerful principles from a really raw, unfiltered motivational speech. This thing does not pull any punches. It's all about moving from just thinking about stuff to actually doing it. And the source material just gets right to the point with this quote. This nails the core problem for so many of us, right? Procrastination. But it's not just about delaying a task. It's an active choice to live in a fantasy world where you could be great instead of the real world where you actually have to try, and yeah, maybe even fail. So that's the big question, isn't it? This is what we're really here to tackle. This whole explainer is going to distill the answer from the source into a clear, actionable path. So, okay, let's break that answer down. First things first, we have to understand the trap that we're even in. The source argues it's this deceptively comfortable, super safe place to hang out, but it's also where our potential just goes to die. This slide just lays it all out perfectly. On the left side, you've got the world of what if and I could have done that. It feels safe because, hey, you never actually risk failure. But then on the right, you have the messy, real, human business of trying. Is it risky? Yeah, for sure. But it's the only place where you can find out what you're really made of. Procrastination isn't indecision. It's a decision to stay on the left side of this chart. So how do you cross over to the side of action? Well, the source is crystal clear on this. Before you can win any battles out there in the world, you have to win the war inside your own head first. And the first step is pretty blunt. You've got to tune out the noise. The source argues that all those external voices, the critics, the doubters, even your well-meaning friends and family, they just can't possibly know your true potential. Listening to them is basically letting them write your story for you. And this is the alternative, owning your own narrative. It's about accepting who you are, your unique personality, your unique path. Instead of trying to squeeze into some mold that other people made, you just commit to being the person you actually are. Now this is just a brilliant reframing of negativity. Instead of seeing doubters and setbacks as roadblocks, the source tells you to see them as fuel. The people who doubted you, they're your fuel. The ones who left you behind, good, they just cleared the path for you. Every negative comment isn't a reason to stop. No, it's a reason to push even harder and prove them all wrong. Okay, let's move into the practical nitty-gritty core of this whole philosophy. Winning that inner war is step one. This is step two, how you actually engage with the world. So the source material lays out this really clear, no excuses code for how to operate. These are 4 simple, but let me tell you, incredibly difficult rules for how to live. And the first rule is a gut punch. Take full ownership. The source is brutally direct here. No more blaming your childhood, your parents, your circumstances. You're an adult now. Your decisions, from this exact moment forward, are yours and yours alone. All the dumb stuff you're doing now, yeah, that's on you. You gotta own it. And this quote just perfectly captures rule number 2. Finish what you start. Think about it. When you quit halfway through, you're stuck in that purgatory of what if. You'll never know if you could have done it. The source argues that getting a clear outcome, even if it's failure, is so much better than a lifetime of wondering. Go all the way. Find out. Now, this number on the slide, this is key. It represents one of the most powerful concepts in this whole thing, the idea of the last 5%. This is about that final push. It's that moment in the workout, or in the project, or in the struggle, where every single part of your being just wants to quit. And most people do. But the ones who succeed, the ones who become that guy, they're the ones who find the will to go that last 5%. It's what keeps you from having to knock on somebody else's door for an opportunity you could have just seized for yourself. So let's say you follow this code. You win the inner war, you go the last 5%. What kind of person do you actually become? Well, the source material outlines a really clear aspirational identity. And it's an identity that's built on 4 distinct but totally interconnected pillars. According to this philosophy, if you want to become a complete person, you have to master all 4 of these domains. So here they are: good, dangerous, educated, and wise. Now, I know what you're thinking. Some of these might seem like they contradict each other, right? Especially putting good and dangerous right next to each other. So let's break that one down. And this, I think, just brilliantly illustrates the distinction. See, being dangerous isn't about being a threat. A threat is someone who intends to cause harm. A dangerous person is simply capable of defending themselves, their family, their values.
The source argues you can't be a truly good person if you're harmless, because being good sometimes requires protecting others from harm.
And finally, we have the pillars of being educated and wise. The source makes a really simple but profound point here. Being educated, that's about acquiring knowledge. But wisdom, that's totally different. It's about application. You know the saying that perfectly captures this idea? Knowledge is knowing the tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is not putting it in a fruit salad.
This one single sentence, this is the mindset that ties everything we've talked about together. It's the engine that drives you to take ownership, to finish what you start, and to push through that last 5%. It is a relentless personal resolve to see your mission through to the absolute bitter end.
Ultimately, this entire philosophy boils down to a direct challenge. It moves from being a speech you just listened to a question that you have to answer. You are the one person in this entire universe that you have full power and responsibility to change. So, what are you going to do about it? Thanks for joining us for this explainer.